In the early 1980s, a broken farmhouse at the end of a dirt road in South Carolina became the place everyone in Black Hollow avoided. Kids dared each other to knock. One teenager came back barefoot and hysterical. He kept saying one sentence: "She hears everything." What followed was a string of disappearances, a burned house, and a rumor that refused to die. This is the real story behind the game Granny, or at least the legend that may have inspired it. Black Hollow is a small community where everyone knows everyone and secrets don't stay secret for long. The farmhouse at the road's end belonged to Margaret Crane, an elderly woman who kept to herself. She never invited visitors, never sold produce, and rarely left her porch. Children whispered that no one who knocked ever came back. To some, she was harmless. To others, she was an omen. Names and locations have been changed where necessary. This film dramatizes community accounts and public reports. Neighbors recalled that she never liked company and they respected her distance. In 1982, 3 teenagers on a dare forced themselves past the sagging gate. They pushed open the screen and slipped inside before dawn. 2 left, shaken but intact. 1 returned barefoot, covered in scratches, and repeating the same phrase over and over: "She hears everything." He refused to say more. The town called the police. Friends said he looked like he'd seen something he just couldn't explain. Officers searched the house. Official records noted no obvious struggle, no sign of forced entry. But under the floorboards, they found narrow crawl tunnels, crude, hand-built passages linking rooms and running beneath the floors. The walls nearby were scored with deep scratch marks. Some appeared recent. Nothing conclusive was located that night. Margaret Crane was not in the house. Police files from the era describe these features, though some details are disputed in interviews and have become part of the local lore. Over the next 2 years, 6 more people vanished in the surrounding area. Each disappearance had a similar cadence. Loud noises reported nearby, sightings of flashes of light, or strange sounds at night. Investigators could not conclusively link the vanishings to the farmhouse, but neighbors told reporters they felt the house had a pull. Those who lingered around it seemed to find trouble. Family members of the missing were left with unanswered questions, remembering their last conversations. A phone call at 10 p.m., then nothing. Small towns often cluster misfortune around a single place. An empty house becomes a repository for fear. In 1985, the farmhouse burned down overnight. Neighbors reported flames that swallowed the structure quickly. The cause was never determined. Some said lightning, others suspected arsenic. No bodies were recovered in the charred remains. After the fire, the property was fenced and left to the forest. The rumors only deepened. Why do stories like this grow? In Black Hollow, the farmhouse became a cautionary center, a place parents used to keep children away from roads, a place teenagers used for dares, a place reporters used to sell a spooky column. The image of an old woman who hears everything tapped into deeper fears, privacy violated, the unknown in our backyards, and the idea that silence can be dangerous. Places accumulate meaning over time, becoming symbols for a community's anxieties. Several rational possibilities exist. The crawl spaces could have been animal warrens, homemade root cellars, or simple workarounds for a decrepit foundation. The scratch marks might be from pests or structural settling. The barefoot teen's trauma could be from a panicked run through glass. Over time, each small observation is retold as proof of something monstrous. But the pattern of disappearances, real families missing, cannot be fully explained away by rumor alone. While police reports are summarized, the accounts from families, even when dramatized for anonymity, give a human face to the mystery. Decades later, Grand Theft Auto horror game popularized the idea of a blind, sound-sensitive hunter in a decaying house. Creators of such media draw on many sources. Local legends like Black Hollow are one strand. The house burned, the town moved on, but the whispers remained. Whether the truth is tragic, crime, paranoid, fear, or both, the story asks us how we handle places that make us uneasy. Is the farmhouse a haunted place? A criminal scene never fully solved? Or a story we made to keep children away from danger? Maybe it's all those things. If you've heard similar legends in your town, tell us in the comments, and remember, sometimes the scariest things are the real losses behind the headlines. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more investigations into local legends.